It's the latest designer drug that's popping up around the country, and Carrie Jones is already on top of it. She's the coordinator of the SAW Coalition at the Office on Youth in Stanton. She teaches kids about the dangers of these drugs and says this new one may be much worse.
It is more deadly than bath salts, and more teens are getting their hands on it.
It's called Smiles, a name that Jones says appeals more to kids.
It doesn't sound like this is a synthetic drug and it's going to kill you. It sounds like a fun experiment.
But she says it's nothing to smile about. Some users posted videos of their experience on the drug on YouTube.
Fingers just dancing, fingers all over the place. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. And I keep doing it, I'll keep doing it.
I'm completely submerged into a psychedelic trip. I've never had this kind of experience before.
One of the biggest problems with synthetic drugs like Smiles is we don't know exactly what's in them. So how dangerous are they? A local substance abuse counselor says Smiles causes hallucinations, rapid heartbeat, and psychotic episodes. He says it's kind of like LSD and methamphetamine combined.
People are playing Russian roulette with their brains. They're taking drugs with unknown properties and unknown quantities, and that can have very bad effects, like death.
John Savitas helps people struggling with addiction. Lately, he's had a lot of patients who use bath salts, but he says it's only a matter of time when Smiles gets to the valley. That's because the internet allows for an easy access to the drug.
How to locate them, how to buy them even in bulk, and also how to manufacture them. So what we're seeing with a lot of the new drugs coming along is that people can make them in their own home.
It's the drug cycle that Mark Campbell is all too familiar with. He's the supervisor of the Rush Drug Task Force in Rockingham County.
We make a change on one chemical compound for K2 bath salts. They know where we're going, and all of a sudden the new chemical compound shows up, which is another synthetic drug. It's another synthetic psychedelic.
Another danger to the community. Campbell says luckily Smiles hasn't made its way to the valley yet.
We do have some overdose deaths. We have some deaths that these other states are dealing with, and hopefully it'll stay west of us, but just like the cycle, everything comes to us from the west, and we'll deal with it.
He says after dealing with a major bath salts drug problem in the valley, his force is ready to tackle Smiles. But he says the biggest issue with these new synthetic drugs is that they're made up of chemicals that may now be legal.
Because we just banned another 119, 120 chemicals as far as bath salts are concerned. So when the Smiles gains popularity and we start dealing with that, then yes, we're going to have to deal with some law changes.
Whether it's legal or illegal doesn't mean it's still not deadly. And one experiment with something like that could be your last experiment.
In Harrisonburg, Litsa Pappas, WHSV News 3.